What's up everyone, my name is Vitaly, and in this short video I'll be giving you a very quick and simple explanation of what Pinterest boards are, how they work, and why you should have them if you're looking to create success on Pinterest. So let me explain it this way. Let's say, for example, that you have a whole bunch of different files, and the files are on different kinds of subjects. For your own purposes and for anyone who wants to read those files, it's in your best interest and their best interest that you take all these files on different subjects and you put them into different folders that represent those subjects. So any files that are on subject A will be put into folder A. Any files that are in subject B will be put into folder B. Same thing for C, D, and so on and so forth. And that's a great way to think about Pinterest boards because that's really what they are. And Pinterest boards, more specifically getting into the subject of the video, are just places where you put relevant pins into. So let's say, for example, that you have a bunch of pins on subject A. You would want to create a board called subject A and put those boards on subject A, the pins, into that board. If you have pins on subject B, you want to create a board called subject B and put all of those pins into that. I personally use Pinterest to basically create content on nature stuff because that's what I'm personally interested in. I try to drive a lot of traffic from Pinterest to my website, and if we go over to my account over here, you'll notice that I have a bunch of different boards. If you click on saved and this is underlined, it'll show you all the different ones that are available. So I mostly cover the subject of hikes, places to visit in different states, national parks, all that sort of stuff. And so I group the pins, which is just basically image and media and the video content pins that I create, into whatever boards that correspond with that. So I have a board on Thousand Islands travel. There are pins in this board that are related specifically to that subject. It's a destination in New York. There's one about Acadia National Park. Then there's one more specific, like Acadia National Park hikes. And so I have 9 pins in here which talk about different hikes in Acadia National Park. And again, it's all about organization and grouping things into whatever board is relevant. Same thing for these other ones, and I believe you can have well over 1,000 boards on your Pinterest account. So there are a number of reasons why you want to have Pinterest boards in your account. Number one, it's a great way to organize whatever pins that you create, because if you're creating pins on different types of subjects, it's going to become easier for you to organize them if you have boards where you put the corresponding pins into whatever boards are relevant to them. Number two, because Pinterest is actually also a social media network in addition to being an image-based search engine, people can and very often do visit other people's accounts. So they see your pin, they click on it, then they might go through your account and they can see these boards. Boards give you kind of like an ID tag of what to expect on the person's account, so it gives them a good quick summary of what's going on instead of having to go through different pins and getting lost in all the visual imagery and stuff. So if they're interested in something that pops up, like for example Antelope Canyon, they can click on that, they can see all the pins, they can share that. So boards are basically a quick way for people to identify what your account is about and what type of content that you have. Now the next thing is, it's also good for Pinterest as well, and this is huge. Pinterest likes it when you organize your pins into boards and you label these boards, which I'll show you the next after this part, because what happens is that because it helps Pinterest identify what your content is about, it helps them better rank that content so you can appear more on their search engine, potentially get more viewers, more impressions for the pins that you have, and potentially more traffic coming to your Pinterest account and then potentially subsequently coming back to your website, which is what a lot of people use Pinterest for, including myself. And so here's an example of one of my Pinterest boards. If I click on Antelope Canyon, Arizona, you'll notice that there is a title up here for the board, and there's also a description for the board itself. And this is important for my own organizational purposes. It's also important for anyone else from Pinterest that visits this page and wants to know what this board is about. And it's also important for Pinterest itself because it helps them identify what the board is about and thus rank these pins potentially way better on the search engine for keywords related to like Antelope Canyon and whatever else is relevant to that. Now you can also edit your boards and customize them, because once you go into a board, like I'm in one of mine right now, there are 3 dots over here which you can click on. You can click on edit board and you can basically put a front end image. So think of like a folder where you put files and you put some kind of like, image on top of that folder to help identify what that folder is about. This is the image that I chose. This is the title for the board, and this is where you can update, add a new description, and so on and so forth. What you can also do is, let's say you get to a point where you have a bunch of different boards and you want to kind of trim the fat a little bit, as they say, you can actually merge boards together. So you click on the three dots and you can click on merge, so I can move this one to, let's say, Arizona slot canyons or something relevant to this subject. But usually I like to keep pins very Pinterest boards very far apart and like really to be specific on the subject matter that they're about. And so that's really in a nutshell what Pinterest boards are, how they work, and how you want to use them. If you do want to create a new Pinterest board, what you need to do is you need to go into your account, into the actual area where I'm in right now, and over here you'll notice there's a plus sign. You're going to want to click on that, then you're going to want to click on board. And all you want to do is just fill in this area right here with the name of the board that you want. So let's say that you have a new board on whatever subject that you're interested in. Let's say it's subject A. That's where you want to put subject A. Then you want to click on create. Just do it like this. Subject A, click on create, and these are all options which I don't usually, which I actually don't use, but the keeping the board secret, I don't click that. I don't, add any of these as well. I just create a new board and then I go from there. And any new pins that I create, let's say it's on subject A, I will put into board A. In my case, it's all about nature stuff. In your case, it could be about a different niche, but you do want to organize the pins that you create into whatever relevant boards that they're about. So that is how it works. I hope that this video was helpful. And before I finish up, let me just quickly say that if you're new to my channel and you want to learn more about, let's say, Pinterest, this is something I'm actually stepping it up on when it comes to, getting more success. You can check out more of my videos there. If you're also someone that's interested in making money online, it's something that I personally do for a living and teach people on this channel as well as on my website, which I will leave a link to below this video. I do make a full-time income through things like affiliate marketing, running ads on my site. Here are some of my income reports here and there, and I do have others, but I do provide people with a free beginner course that teaches you the baseline stuff, the fundamentals that you need to succeed with all this. So I highly recommend checking that out if you're new or perhaps struggling to making money online and you want to know how to put the pieces of the puzzle together. That's what this course does. So check that out if you're interested. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.